way home from work, but I just got to vent. Just a quick second. Assistant Principal Jones here. I got a teacher. So let me back up. Let me back all the way up. So one thing I've learned when I was in the classroom is the power of parent relationships. I'm a teacher. The best relationship I can have is with the student. But if that relationship isn't working, the next best relationship I can have is with the parent of said students. So those students who are always the problems in class, those are the parents that I need to get my number in their cell phone. I need my number in your mama's cell phone or dad's cell phone, depending on whichever way, we're working this. So I got a teacher who appeared, I'm using the term appeared, to be afraid of parent communication. So two things with that. I totally get it, because some parents can be hyper aggressive, and depending on the teacher's culture, that might be offensive, and I totally get that. But by law, we still have to let parents know what's going on in these classrooms. So if I'm letting you know what's going on in these classrooms, in my classroom, and I know that you're aggressive, and I don't like that energy, because when I first started teaching, I didn't like all that back and forth. I wasn't with all that, and I'm still not. I've learned how to deal with it a lot better and a lot more strategically, but I digress. So what I've done for my teachers is I came up with a worksheet, a template that they can use to email the parent, their T-test appraiser, and their grade level assistant principal. The parent gets a copy, because just like our triplicates, when you have those triplicate forms for discipline, the parent gets a copy because they need to know what's going on. I want the teacher to CC their T-test administrator so that they can get credit for parent communication under our T-test teacher observation grading teacher evaluation. But I also want you to send it to the grade level assistant principal, because that's who's going to be handling it. You see what I mean? So now all three people are involved. All three people got notice. If I'm over 7th grade, if a 7th grader does something, send me the email. Also send it to the parent. That way the parent and the principal are getting the same exact information at the same exact time. Now we got a thread going where we can all be on the same thread, making sure that this kid or student gets what they're supposed to get. Some parents will handle it in a way where the school doesn't really have to do much, because the parents gonna handle it. Some parents won't see it. That's fine. I can still, as the administrator, call the parent and says, "Hey, check your email. We both got this email from this teacher." So now you're letting me and the parent know at the same time. Today, after going back and forth in an email about a teacher making a phone call for a parent, the teacher also admitted some stuff about them that didn't make sense. But after about my 4th time replying to their email, they went on and made the phone call with another teacher. That is exactly what I wanted to happen. You already know teachers are going to talk to each other about what happened with this kid. So now figure out who else that kid has, because you can pull up their schedule. Ask that teacher, I'm going to use me as an example. How is Carmichael doing in your class? Is he doing his work? Does he talk a lot? Is he off task? Does he work well with others? If I have 8 classes, that means 8 separate teachers, plus the homeroom class, so that's 9 classes with 8 separate teachers. If 2 teachers having the same issue, go ahead and make a phone call together. Go ahead and email after the phone call together. That way the parent cannot say that they don't know. I'm so proud of my teachers now, because they're getting it. They might be a little bit grudging towards Mr. Jones because I'm not functioning in the way that they're used to, but they're not functioning in the way that sets the standard. Now, the parent can't say that they don't know. Number one, the first time they heard about it, it wasn't the 6th time it happened. They heard about it from the teacher because it happened with the teacher, not with the administrator. And now it's more than one. This kid was boo-hoo crying after school today because his mama had laid into him and told him what she was going to do to him. Not going to get into all of that. Not going to get into all of that. Just know the boy was crying. The boy is a middle school kid. I work at a middle school. I need to make sure I say that. I work at a middle school. Boy crying by the bus lane. I'm talking about like having to cry away from his friends to the point where he missed the bus because he was crying so hard. That is exactly the type of village we should be creating. That is exactly the type of village we should be creating. That mother now knows, oh, my son up there cutting, as the old folks say, cutting the food. My son up there cutting the food. I got 2 teachers. Yeah, I don't want to hear nothing you got to say at this point. Now, I've already talked to the young man's dad and mom. I've talked to mom multiple times. I've talked to dad several times as well. At this point, what he get from his household, that's what he get. Now, this is a kid I like. This is a kid I like. But this is also a kid that I'm going to hold accountable to the T. So he came to me thinking I was going to baby him, and no. So my response was, you got to take your lick, bro. If you did that, what them teachers said you did, this is me talking unprofessionally. If you did what them teachers said you did, and now it's done caught up with you, take your lick. And I bet you this will be a lesson to you the next time you come in any teacher's class, after your mama get done doing what she going to do to you, bet you won't do it no more. And then I had to go in and explain why mom was the way that she was. Because you got these teachers thinking that your mom doesn't teach you home training, doesn't teach you how to act, doesn't give you opportunities for advancement in life. No, your mom is doing a great job. It's on you, homie. Just got to take this. And so to my teachers that I know will see this, somebody going to say, hey, I see the video John's made. Thank you. Thank you for teaming up. Thank you for making sure that the parent knows. And I'm still going to follow through with my side of the my end of the bargain as far as the assistant principal. Yeah, I'm still going to issue a consequence, but I needed y'all to call that parent first and answer any and all questions that parent has. Now the parent fully understands we're not picking on her son. Anything that parent needs to say to you, she's probably said it, and now you get an understanding. So, thank you, teachers. Keep doing what you're doing. I know it's different from what you're used to, but this is what we do. We make sure that we create the village that parents respect, and we talk to them in a respectful tone. And now you got your way, because I guarantee you our student will be a brand new student after his parents, both mom and dad, cut him loose. Peace.